Combiner Wars Wave 3, Protectobots, First Aid. Now, First Aid has actually had a big... Well, some of the other Protectobots have not seen a whole lot of screen time in the current comic. First Aid has actually been a big part of More Than Meets the Eye for a while now, since they picked him up on Delphi. He's currently the Chief Medical Officer. Ratchet promoted him. And he's pretty cool. Like I like him as a character in the comics, despite not having a huge attachment to him growing up when I was younger. But he's a heavy retool of Off-Road. Fill in the back. He's got bigger legs. But the same basic transformation as Off-Road here into like an emergency rescue vehicle, semi-ambulance there. He comes with the hand/foot piece. There it is in foot mode. Here it is in hand mode. He'll be a leg in combined mode when we get to that. And his weapon, he comes with the same axe that Off-Road did, which makes a little bit more sense as like a fireman's tool, but I could see some, like an emergency response vehicle having an axe, if you have to break down a door or get into somewhere to rescue somebody. It's not an entirely ridiculous thing for him to have, although, like I said, I do feel it fits more, with Hotspot being, it feels more like a fireman's tool, but it is something that could be useful, conceivably, for a rescue person. But yeah, like I said, he is you can see his head under there. I like the angles. I like the design of this vehicle mode. It's kind of angular and squat. It looks like it could speed to a rescue, and it's just the aesthetic of it. Something about it just tickles me. I like it. He does transform pretty much exactly like Off-Road, in that you pull the arms out here. Yeah, come here, arms. Get them out of there. I'll get them out of the way here. Just make it, you open up the legs, and just like all the other guys, kind of split the legs down. Come on, there you go. Extend them down like that, bring the knee joints up, and then close the legs back up to lock them in place. Make sure they tab in, split the legs. See, there's a little tab in there. Now we can bring the knee joint up. There's a little tab on the front that tabs right into the front part. To solidify his legs, the hood comes up and rotates back down. I would have liked if this came down a little lower. I feel like this should, click down to where the lights are resting against the back. I feel like that would maybe lock this in a little better. Maybe have it not sit quite as high behind his back. If it could sit just a little lower, I'd be happy. But it does have a couple little tabs here, that this little groove, little ridge on the window that just kind of locks them in place, so it stays in place. The arms come up just like this. Okay, there we go. Lock that back down. And he's got the ratcheting elbows as well. The panels can angle up. And there he is. He does have a waist swivel, which is nice. Ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders. He does have a bicep swivel that is a little, depending on how you get to it. It's kind of locked in place by these panels. I guess we get this out of the way here and flip this all the way up. Oh no, it's actually not. It has a line there. It's not actually a bicep swivel. My apologies. I thought I'd found something new, and I had not. So I'm dumb. Anyway, so there is. Lock that down in place. Yeah, you can put these out. Because of the angle on them, they don't fold up straight out like Off-Roads did. They kind of hit those wheels. But you can angle them out a little bit if you want. He's got ball joint shoulders. He's got the ratcheting elbows. No wrist swivel. He does have the waist swivel. Ball joint hips. He does have a thigh swivel and then a hinge knee. His feet support him fairly well. Although, again, there's no articulation down here because of the way it transforms. So, yeah, I like him as a character in the comic. And this is, I feel like, I don't know if we've seen much of his alt mode in the comic. I feel like the alt mode here is a little bit of a departure from how he looks in the comic. But his robot mode is actually pretty decent. Like, he definitely has his comic head, which, again, is very similar to his G1-esque head. But, yeah. A little bit of a backpack, like I said. It would have been nice if this could sit just a little lower than it does. Although I guess I see the wheels are kind of making a thing. Like if this part right here were maybe down here just a little above his head, I think I'd like it a little more. But it's not horrible. Just give him a big backpack. And for a medical guy, maybe that's where he stores all his medical tools. Yeah, there we go. I just rationalized it to myself. Again, he becomes a limb in the same ways that Off-Road does, so I'm not going to flip through all those. But we'll see him in limb mode when we get to Defensor. Another, like I said, the protector bots are one of my favorite combiners. So I'm very giddy having all of these here and getting to play with them. So yeah, I think he may be my third favorite protector bot behind Hotspot and Streetwise, but we'll get to those next.